Hey, what up, fam? It's the Black Twitter Show here on Black Hollywood Live, and today we're breaking down Kanye's antics, Azealia Banks feuding on Twitter, and Cardi B's clapback. All coming up right after this.
Okay, everybody knows.
Challenge up in
Everybody
here.
knows it's a challenge but me. I have to just hit my freestyle.
Go for it, Raylan. Go for it, Raylan. Now, this song has a little special meaning. We're going to get into it later, you know.
Can't wait.
Because the shade was real.
Definitely.
He's riding on the Drake bus.
Lord.
Okay.
What up, guys? I'm your host, Alina Vision, and this is the new show here on Black Hollywood Live, Black Twitter. We're going to be breaking down all that's hot in social media, all that Black Twitter pops off about. And I'm joined by my wonderful co-host. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, your boy Algie, aka Young Kremlin. Just happy to be with these two lovely ladies right here.
Hey guys, it's your girl Raylan T. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Raylan Taryn.
That's right.
Yes.
Tweet at her.
Tweet me.
Get slide
I'm
in the
honestly
DMs.
Because this is the Black
never
Twitter
on,
show.
Yeah, never on Twitter actually.
No?
No, but I heard it's really funny.
Oh my God.
So I need to get back on
that's
my
what we're
Twitter.
doing.
So
That
I
is
feel
what we're doing
I feel like
here.
nobody really cared about what I was talking about.
Oh,
so
I care.
You care?
I
Okay.
care. I
All
Fellas,
right.
slide up in the DMs,
Slide
okay?
in
She's
the-
single.
Look,
She is.
Better get
it's
there
cuffing
quick.
season. Let me know.
Lord, oh Lord. All right, we got some hot tea for y'all
Ooh,
today.
child, yes.
It is like pouring, spilling, everything. So let's start off with Kanye. Kanye was up in the White House late last week, having antics, doing things, pretty much, going off about how black people need to repeal the 13th Amendment and, make America great again and this, that, and the other. And Black Twitter had a whole lot to say about that. So first off, let's get your thoughts.
Master Trump, can you be my daddy?
Oh,
Can you be my daddy, Master Trump?
Lord. Okay.
I'll be real good from now on, Master Trump. Will you be my daddy?
He took it there.
Honestly, ditto.
Yeah.
I bet he's
Perfect.
gonna get up and jump
I
in his
think
lap and,
nobody
like,
can
kiss him.
even do it as better than that.
Exactly.
Pretty much. I have nothing else to say.
It's just tiring at
It's
this
at this
point,
point,
right?
it's just I can't. I
I'm
really
just
can't
gonna-
with Kanye
yeah,
right
just
now.
gonna pray.
But pray.
We're just gonna pray.
And what the people need to know is that we're all kind of in agreement. It's not even about the politics at this point. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, or if you voted for Trump. But right now, Kanye's just sick. He's a sick man. He can rattle off one or two talking points that make sense, but the rest of it is so convoluted. This guy clearly needs help, and then we're just talking about earlier, right? It feels like it's almost kind of exploitational, right? To put my
It
camera.
is. It's completely exploitational by the Trump administration
Yes.
to have him rolled out like that.
Especially
it was really
someone who
embarrassing.
thought he was, had mental health issues, which in this country we don't take as serious and as we
need
should.
to. Right.
And to have him there at the White House for his administration to do that, definitely exploiting Kanye. And I mean, hey.
But this hat is my superpower, y'all.
Yeah.
My superpower.
It was
Yeah.
just. It
When
was-
have
it was
black men been
sad. It was
exploited?
sad.
It's
Exactly.
sad.
Well, people on Twitter. So first, let's pull up this Sinbad tweet because
Okay.
Uncle Sinbad always got something to say. So he said, "If this is where Kanye wants to be, then let him be there. Quit trying to explain Kanye to us. He's doing a pretty good job of telling us who he is and where he wants to be. Is this where the Kardashians stand also? Their time might be up also. Just saying." And he has, two pictures of Kanye and Trump with a big flat top and Kanye
braiding his hair.
cornrolling, Trump's, comb over.
It's like
so.
the Get Hard with Will
Yep.
Ferrell. Wow,
I saw one
funny.
that said like Kanye and Trump broke back Trump or something. Did you guys see
Yeah,
that? I should
people
have bought
are
that meme.
really, really going off about this. I feel like a lot of people are just tired, and we already know Kanye's antics, and he's mentally ill.
I don't even know how much we can explain at this point
It's
anymore.
just like you could tell he
tiring.
was having a manic episode, and it was just like, really? And people are touting this as like, oh, this is the word,
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is too, for those of you trying to find the one little like shred of light in it, like maybe you know, like the two sides are talking. No, for two people to have a dialogue, you have to have an honest broker on the other side. So if he really cared about like empowering Chicago or the black community, he would bring in another black speaker who could articulate those issues way more compelling than he can. Because he's just all over the place, which again it's just a photo op for him and Trump. Nothing's gonna happen substantial.
No.
Yeah, which is weird because if you look at Kim Kardashian, she has made an effort to go to the White House and talk about prison reform in a way that, you know, it did help someone.
It helped one person.
Yeah, one person, you
That's
know.
it.
But
there's
still,
a whole lot of people that
and
need
you
to be
have
helped.
Kanye, who, you know, your city where you come from does need help. And that, like, you know, we were saying it's not a part of the conversation. It's just more so, all about Kanye. Yeah, you know, it's all about him and how he's feeling when there's not, you know, not a bigger picture, which does make me feel as though there has to be something wrong with him mentally. That we're not, like, he needs help. We need to help him. But I don't know if he even wants the help, or what can we do?
And he's being enabled by his family, right? We're talking about that.
We don't know if he's being enabled by his family. Here's the thing. Here's the sticky situation that, you know, Kim could be saying, hey, stop it. You need to, like, take your meds, this, that, and the other. But she really doesn't have any power over him because he's over the age of 18. He's an adult. You can't, like, legally can't force somebody to take medication.
No. But I mean, at the same time, I just feel this is her husband.
Right. She is, I feel, kind of implicit because today they're in Uganda. She is there with him. He's working on Yandi, right? Supposedly.
And Big Sean is there too, which I feel is really weird.
It's just really weird. Right. And they met with the president of Uganda, who has been in power for like 32 years. He's pretty much a dictator. And so I'm like, she's there signing Yeezys for him. So I feel kind of complicit.
And Kanye's up there, yeah, we need to turn this in Jurassic Park. That's what he said. Uganda, we need to make this in a Jurassic Park. That's what he said.
He did.
To everything, he was like, hey, you elect a clown, you get a carnival, you know?
Yeah. He really doesn't even know how to process that.
I'm just like, why?
So,
I just don't understand
back to the whole Kardashian thing and like is she culpable? And you guys brought up a really good point in that at least she tried to get one person out of jail. I forget that one young woman. But here's the thing. It's like for people who've been wrongly in prison or for nonviolent crimes or for nonviolent drug offenses, Barack Obama let out over 1,000 people for nonviolent drug offenses. For Kim to get one person out, it's good for that one person, but it's really tokenism. It really doesn't. It really doesn't do a whole lot for the cult.
Donald Trump needs
and I feel like with a lot of what we see in entertainment, everything is very strategic, and so because the Kardashians do have this empire and they have this brand, they can't do too much to mess it up. So if you're gonna have your husband acting crazy on one end, you know, Mama Kris Jenner might be with the straight. Like, you gonna have to do something, right? You gonna have to free a black man.
Clean up
from
on
prison.
Get this right.
It just has to be something, even out some type of way. So who knows?
So true. Well, speaking of his mental health, Charlamagne the God was actually scheduled to do a talk with him. It was called Times Talk with Charlamagne the God and Kanye West.
Can we have?
A lot of talks, apparently. So it was a talk about mental health, right? And so Charlamagne actually canceled that event, and we have the Instagram post right here. And this is what he said. Normalizing being mentally healthy is a conversation that I really wanted to have with Kanye because he's so vocal about his own mental health struggles. Unfortunately, I think to have that conversation with him right now would not be productive and a total distraction from the point of the convo, which is to eradicate the stigma of mental health, especially in the Black community. And I agree with that. You know, especially in the Black community, we need to be talking about mental health. Exactly, and it's so stigmatized, and it needs to be destigmatized. And so, if he were to do the same thing that Trump is doing right now, you're not helping it.
See, that's why Kanye is like the very wrong person for that. The very first thing he'll say is like, "I'm clear of mind. I'm not on my meds." And it's like, no, you need to be on your meds.
Right.
And he's basically not an advocate for mental health. It's almost like just the opposite. What somebody would do when they're not addressing their mental health.
Yeah, and you know he has dealt with trauma in his life.
Right.
You know we saw his mother pass. Someone who's helped him. I'm a Kanye lover, so I know she literally helped him pack in that U-Haul to chase after his dreams. She passed away, and we seen him just kind of like pick up as if, you know, something that is definitely impactful to his life, act as though it's like, it happened, it was sad, but I'm going to move on, I'm going to keep doing this and do that. And one thing that I watched The View a lot, and Meghan McCain was talking about how she lost her father, but in the midst of all of that, she's had, a good support system, which is extremely important when you are going through a troubled time. Who is there to help you? Who is there to lift you up, whether it be God, whether it be, friends, whether it be family. And I don't know who in Kanye's circle is able to, lift him up when he is feeling down.
All his old homeboys tried to text him, call him Rhymefest. He ignores him. John Legend. He just you're trying to manipulate me. Apparently his dad came back into his life. But you guys, I gotta say this is crazy though. If he was up there telling Trump you're my father figure, it's like, yo man, your dad's alive. Your dad's right over there. How do you think that's gonna make him feel?
Yeah.
So he's. I really feel like he's beyond help. Okay, here's a possible solution. You guys let me know what you think. If more people do like Charlemagne, I think he finally did the right thing by not giving him a platform.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Because before Charlemagne was like, oh yeah, just kind of playing along just to get the views. But if you stop empowering him, then we're not going to normalize that behavior. But the problem is, I think TMZ and everybody,
they're exploiting him because it's like, oh, he's just going to say anything crazy. Like we've all have gotten these sound bites from all these interviews. Slavery was a choice. The MAGA hat makes me feel like Superman. Anytime he's doing any of these interviews, it's a crazy soundbite that people are just running with. Like, can you believe that Kanye said this? You know what I mean? And in the midst of all that, he's releasing, new clothing line and then a new album, all that in the midst of this craziness. So everybody's trying to exploit him.
Yeah, speaking of new album that he's trying to, get together, put out. Moving on, this weekend, The Shop on HBO was trending.
Yes.
Which is amazing, amazing television. If you haven't watched it out there, check it out.
Yeah.
You can definitely see clips online. LeBron was talking to Drake. And Drake spilled some tea.
Spilt
tea. And, he went on to talk about how he was, working with Kanye, trying to help him out with his album, this, that, and the other. And then Kanye, really did him dirty. And I think we have a video, but go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Honestly, with this, I feel as though Kanye has a sense of that he needs to be the best, and if he's not, then it's such a power struggle. I feel like that with when he came up under Jay-Z and he started getting that love of oh my god, people were really talking about Kanye to the point he even wrote that song Big Brother, saying that he's going to be able to surpass Jay-Z. No, you're not. You know what I mean? I feel like he has, and so Drake is another person that everybody all around the world is in love with. I think Kanye wants that type of attention, and when he doesn't get that type of attention, it don't look too good, as we can see. But let's see.
We got it. Yeah, let's roll it.
I tell him I'm having trouble with my son's mother. We had a conversation. I shared my... So I wake up and all these dates are out one by one, all around June 15th, by the way. One's May 31st, one's June,
his release dates.
Yeah.
Then the next 2 days, whatever, I wake up now to this text from him, passive, sends me something I did. Yo, I love you, brother. Lift Yourself comes out with him just talking nonsense. I'm like, oh,
she really pooped that route. Yeah.
Oh, this guy's trolling. As friends, helping you, and now you're dissing me. So I'm like, man, this is dark.
This is evil shit.
This is dark. It made me realize, and actually I text Braun after.
You guys spoke about that.
It took me 4 days to really register what had happened. And I text Braun, I said, I hope I don't let you down with my decision. And
You got it. Yeah. So Ye did him dirty. And what you didn't see before that was when they were working on that song, that wasn't supposed to be poopity scoop, scoop, scoop. He just did that on his own. Drake told him about the whole situation with his baby and the baby mama,
and he went back and told everything to Pusha T.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of the things I think hip hop, we all like to see rappers go back and forth. I'm an old school hip hop head, but here's the thing: is people are like, well, he should be mad at Pusha. No, he shouldn't be mad at Pusha. He's friends with Kanye.
Right.
He barely has a relationship with Pusha. If my best friend tells all my secrets to a stranger, I'm not gonna be mad at the stranger. I don't have a relationship. Kanye was the one he trusted.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so foul.
You got some
No,
feelings
because
over there,
I
Raylan.
just feel like I totally agree. I'm at a loss for words. Honestly, I can't believe Kanye would do something like that. But that's true. He definitely
Right.
crossed the line. The thing about back to like being old school hip hop, and another thing that Drake was saying too. Pusha T did talk about like 40 and like wishing death upon. And hip hop is supposed to be it's built on this battle and storytelling.
Right.
While you're like on a track, when it gets to the point where like we're taking shots off of the track, which I just had this conversation with my guest on next, like that's when it starts getting crazy.
You start talking about family, I'm gonna want to kill you.
It starts getting
Forget
crazy.
rapping.
Because it's supposed to be a little bit like a competitive, like let's like battle it out. But
Yep.
when it starts getting to like taking those type of shots, it's like, come on now.
Speaking of rap, another rapper chimed in on this whole situation,
Oh,
and
yes.
that would be Snoop Dogg. He always has something
I
to
love
say.
Uncle Snoop.
I know.
Uncle Snoop.
He's always got
Uncle
something.
Snoop
So
always
he-
has something to say.
Exactly. He took to Instagram, and let's roll this video. Oh, Lord.
I may be on a late freight, but I just found out who Kiki was. Kiki is your bitch. That's why you're so.
Oh, no.
I may be on a late
There we
freight,
go.
but
Here we
I just
go.
found out who Kiki was. Kiki is your bitch. That's why you're so mad. Cause Drake put dick in your bitch. He did, Drake, you a cold nigga, cuz. I like that song, but I didn't know why I liked it. I really like it now. Kiki, do you love me? Remember
Just
sucking
rubbing
me?
it in.
Oh, yeah, he put dick
Do
in
you-
your bitch.
Okay.
Uncle Snoop. So what? Yeah,
Do you
got
really
it.
think that though? Do you think
That was a rumor for a
Drake-
long
That was the
time.
rumor. That was the rumor. I think Snoop is just like rubbing
Yeah,
it
he's
in.
enamored with
I think
Kanye.
he's just so frustrated with
With
Kanye.
Kanye?
And, all
Like
that. And then
everybody.
after hearing about Drake, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. Gloves are off.
Kanye is like messy
He
boo.
is.
But wait,
messy.
here's the funny thing. It's not out of the
Messiest.
realm that like Drake may have hit Kim back in the day, right? That's not like out of the realm of believability, right?
No. Nick Cannon,
Yeah.
Ray J.
I mean, who else? I mean,
Reggie-
everybody's
Reggie
hit your,
Bush.
your girl, man.
Okay. Okay, we gotta move on though.
Sorry.
It's all
I'm trying to think of
good.
everybody else.
Talk about people that are beefing. I'm gonna throw this over to Ray Lynn because we got some Twitter beef.
Oh, we got some
Lynn.
Twitter beef,
Yes.
guys, and it's between two people that you would never think would be beefing. It's Azealia Banks versus Lana Del Rey. Now, this all
weird.
has to do with who we've been talking about at the top of the show,
Yep.
Kanye West. So, Lana Del Rey definitely put her 2 cents in and talked about how Kanye is idolizing a man who is telling women that it's okay, or telling people it's okay to grab a woman by,
The meow.
when you're when you're a father, meow, yes. The meow. When you're a father, and just a man who's causing so much divide and hatred, in the nation. So, Lana took to Twitter, added her 2 cents, and Azealia Banks came back with the clapback,
Okay,
of course.
So let's break this down in the tweets. All right.
Yes.
So, P.S. We got to preference this by Azealia Banks, who was kicked off Twitter in 2016 for racist remarks.
Yes.
But she, made her own little side Twitter, which is Cheapy XO. Yeah. So here we go. Here's yeah.
Yes.
Shop Cheapy XO. Okay, here's what she says. Wow. Okay, Lana, this would be cute if you were consistent with your outrage and refused to collab with A$AP Rocky, who has physically assaulted women too. To me, this just looks like a typical white woman using a weakened target to pretend to be an ally.
Yeah, like trying to say that she's
Okay.
just using her white privilege to be like, oh yes, let me support the black movement.
exactly.
I don't think
No.
so though, because
No.
Lana Del Rey has never spoken out about anything. I feel like at this point where the country's at, people are at
They're
it.
out.
Their wits end.
I mean, Taylor Swift spoke out.
Taylor Swift said, you know what? Go vote.
Yes.
We are in danger. Okay?
Exactly.
When Taylor Swift tells us we in danger, folks. And that's a lot of
Exactly.
people feel like that.
And that's the thing about.
So wait, hold on.
Okay.
Let me hold that thought. Let me get, because
Yeah.
it's a long
It's a long
Twitter
clapback.
thing. Okay, so Lana came back saying, Banks, you could have been the greatest female rapper alive, but you blew it. Don't take it out on the only person who had your back. She continued, I won't not fuck you the fuck up. Period. Continues, you know the Addy, pull up anytime, say it to my face.
You
but
know
if
the
I were
Addy.
you, I wouldn't. She told her to pull
So
up.
pull up.
Pull up.
Say what?
You know Daddy? Pull up.
Yeah. Okay. Then Azealia comes back. I feel powerful. Okay. She also says, First thing we need her to call, the surgeon who did her pointy Michael Jackson nose and ask for some Kybella for those chicken patties. Next, we need her to head over to Instagram and invest in some at Flat Tummy Co. Lollipops and a $20 waist.
Lana Del Rey is overweight?
Right? No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
She first got the wrong Lana.
Yeah, so Lana, clap back. I'll send you my surgeon's number and a good psychiatrist I know in LA. Your psych meds aren't working. Hashtag
You need a new cocktail, sis.
Yes. Okay, it's still going, people.
Oh my
it's
God.
still going. Azealia came back with, and of course, the white woman makes fun of mental health, showing her truest colors. How'd that Trump spell work out for you, sis? She continues with, where's the pull-up tweet? I'm talking to my lawyer, in which Lana came back. Tell him it's a promise and not a threat. Hey, okay, we see you.
All right,
So what were you going to say? Now that we got
No,
through
I
all
was just
that.
going to say, we all love the fact that Lana didn't back down, right?
Right.
What's so dangerous about it? So here's the thing, Azealia Banks, she's very intelligent. She's like Kanye, she's sick.
Yeah.
But, and she's thirsty for attention.
And she stirs the pot constantly.
And she's constantly stirring the pot. And she has just enough truth in there, to make you pay attention. Like, okay, yes, there is white female privilege, but I didn't really get that from what Lana was saying.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But she will always exploit that one little strand.
Yes. But okay, if you're going to be so like, oh, this is the white woman tearing down. First of all, you be coming after black women and tearing them down all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even want to hear it. You ain't uplifting nobody. You come after Nicki Minaj. You come after Beyonce. Came after Beyonce.
The hive.
She doesn't do anything to uplift. So I don't even want to hear her always trying to use I'm so pro-black. Like, she only pro-black when it is convenient for her.
When she wants to stir
when
the
she
pot.
wants to be. Yeah.
When she wants to stir the pot. All right. Moving on. We got some more clapbacks. This time it comes in the form of Cardi B. Okay, so this is a very interesting story because this was actually trending on YouTube this weekend. And the video was made
a while ago,
back in January. So here's the gist of the matter. This makeup artist on YouTube accuses Cardi B of being just completely irrational and a complete you-know-what.
Like on her Mariah Carey.
Right. Diva, everything. Breaks down crying. I mean, she gives a really heartfelt video. It's 30 minutes. I think we're just going to show a clip of it. Let's show that. And it's Black Swan MUA. Let's see.
To hell. It's just going down, 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 down. And then her team walks in. One of the ladies on her team walks in. Yo, take off your this is what she says. Take off your fucking glasses and look at this shit. Look at this shit on my face. This shit is ugly, yo. Look at this. This is not what I wanted. Da 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 da. And I'm like, I say, baby, I promise you I can fix it. I can fix it. Whatever you don't like, we can adjust it. I say something like, it's makeup. Makeup, you can take it on, you can take it off, because I'm trying to let her know, because while she's talking, it sounds like she's just like, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Just forget it. It's all ruined. Everything's just ruined. And I'm like, it's never ruined when it comes to makeup. I don't know about everything else, but it's never ruined when it comes to makeup, because I can take it off. I can adjust it, stuff like that. And so now I've been so busy cleaning this stuff up, I haven't been able to work on the rest of the face. So yeah, she looks crazy. She's half done. And she has shit smeared on her eyes. Let me fix it. Give me a chance to fix it. So while she's complaining...
All right, we're going to come back from that. She goes on to say, so basically this was the second time that she had worked with Cardi B. The first time, Cardi loved her makeup. She's a makeup artist out of Houston. So Cardi requested her to come back, and work on her face, beat her face. And the second time, she got there on time, according to Black Swan MUA on YouTube. She got there on time. Cardi, told her, hey, I need 10 minutes. So she waited 10 minutes, and then the time kept on slipping by. She comes in, she starts to do Cardi's makeup, and apparently it was kind of drama from the get-go.
Yeah.
So that was her, okay? That was her whole situation. Now, Cardi came back on Instagram Live, as she always does, and she had some choice words. So let's take a look at what she had to say.
From your experience. Sorry that I broke your heart because you was being unprofessional. That's some real nigga shit. Coming mad high, you coming mad late.
Yeah.
And the fuck you want me to do? You lucky that I didn't curse you out. Because I had to make my publicist do my makeup, go to an event looking fucked up. And this was when before even Bodak Yellow came out. I don't even think my second mixtape was out.
And plus, you treat me with respect.
And I treat my makeup artists with respect. I treat everybody with respect. So.
All right. So that's what she said.
Conflicting stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here's the tea. So, of course, Black Swan saw this. She actually took to her Instagram stories to set the record straight, and she had receipts.
Oh.
She had receipts. So here's the first one. It says, well, this is not the receipt, but this is what she's saying. I will say right now, Cardi B is going on IG Live and saying that I was late, high, loud, and brought people with me. It is absolutely a bold-faced lie. She also says the drug allegations she made will not go ignored. I'm a mother, and this is not okay. Then she comes with the snaps of her story from text messages that she'd been sending the day of. And you can clearly see that she was booked for 3 p.m. on one of them. And she's saying, hey, I'm there. On the second one, she arrived at 2:52. If we can change that. Yep, there we go. And she's saying, hey, I'm here. I'm parked across the street. So she showed up early after Cardi B said she was late. So
Cardi was lying.
Yeah, and then her team actually sent this one to her, a text to her, basically apologizing for the way that Cardi was acting, saying, yeah. And she came back and this is just,
And Cardi just hasn't said nothing since,
I have not seen anything since. So, yeah, this was trending. And, I mean, now whenever I see a Cardi B post, there's a lot of negative comments.
Yeah.
So do you guys think that, sometimes people don't understand that now in the day of, social media and stuff, people can tell their stories, and that can get out there. Mind you, this was told back in January, but it went, it lit a fire this weekend. It was trending on, YouTube. So
are the people, is social media starting to turn on Cardi? Because I remember Nicki was seen as the bad guy, and people were like, oh, Cardi, she's so endearing, she's so real. Now are people getting fed up with Cardi?
I don't know. I mean, I think
it's weird because people have been a stand for Cardi for a minute. It didn't matter if she was beefing with Nicki Minaj, if she was beefing with Azealia, anybody. Everybody still was I'm Team Cardi.
This one seemed to be a turning point. I think because the girl did a video and it was so heartfelt, and it was a long video, and she explained herself, and she seemed very believable
and genuine. Yeah.
And then she comes with receipts, so now it's ooh.
When you have the receipts, it's hard. It's really hard because you can take a beef and be like, oh well, maybe this is not, but then you have actual receipts. I don't know. So but I mean, the only thing that is that's credible is the punctuality of where this makeup artist was.
Right.
I don't know if she was in there mad high.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Just because
I think Cardi was the one who was high.
Yeah. I mean, just because you're a mama don't mean that you don't, blaze one up. So I don't know.
That is true. That is true.
I honestly
we
don't know.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, yeah. I feel like because any little bit of validation,
right?
That she was Cardi's saying she's late, and now it's looking like, oh, you lied about one thing. One thing can go a long way for an audience.
Can I say this? And our president is the master of flipping the narrative, and I'm not placing a judgment on it one way or the other, but I don't know, the thing you see all the time now on social media is people turning around exactly what you did and saying it the other way around. If I was late and I was the one that's high, no, you were late. You were the one that's high. Prove me different. And so the allegation goes out there before you can even refute it. And it's up to you to disprove a negative. You know? The narrative. fake news. That used to be a Democrat line. Hillary Clinton was talking about fake news on her. Then Trump co-opted it. The same thing with Colin Kaepernick when he was doing Take a Knee. You know, he was like, you know, this is make better America and racism. And then Trump co-opted it and said, no, you're being unpatriotic. You're the one being, you know, unpatriotic.
Right.
So people are like a master flipping the narrative.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, if it works to fit your
Yeah, whatever
truth,
it is.
right,
You know?
very interesting.
And at this point in time, I feel like when it comes to our celebrities, we are so like, okay, what are they saying?
Right, because it's so accessible on Twitter, on Instagram,
And anything
everything.
that they say is going to really be looked at very harshly. You can't get away with just saying anything. So if somebody's coming saying that, you know, Cardi's acting some type of way to her, they're really going to do their investigation and they're going to do their research. Because they need to know. Because everything is so accessible, they need to know, like, is the person that I really like, is she not what she seems to be? Like, I need to know.
Yeah.
You know? No mystery anymore with the celebrities.
And the internet got time.
Speaking of no mystery with hardly anything, we're going to go on to Who's Woke this week.
Who is woke?
Who is woke,
It's a
Al?
mystery.
I'm gonna toss this one over to you.
All right, so who's woke this week? We got a lot of woke people in the community in the Twitter sphere, but who's woke this week goes out to our girl Amber Rose. And she came back with her annual slut walk again. Shout out to Amber Rose and, you know, empowering of women. And let's go back and examine the history of the slut walk. It goes back to when these women, I want to say they're in England, but anyway, these women who were harassed, and the guy that was harassing them was saying, well, you shouldn't have dressed like that. You look
I
too
know. And
sexy.
it was like the what we do for the denim day, where the woman was, she was on trial for having her pants were too tight. I think a man harassed her, and when she was on trial for having her sexual harassment, they said, well, your pants were too tight, and that is why. So basically, she was asking for it. So then that's why they came out with, you know, National Denim Day to, you know, honor her for.
Because that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, for that just ridiculous.
I have a quick question for the ladies. I support everything that she's talking about, but I think we were talking about there are two schools to this. The original slut walk was for women, like we said, you know, who didn't do anything wrong, but maybe dress a certain way. But Amber, when she does her slut walk, she goes like above and beyond. She'll have like a dildo sucking contest and a dildo throwing contest, and she gets on stage and starts twerking. Some people see that as more like the pornification of a cause. Are these part of the same cause, or should they just be like on different sides of the spectrum?
Honestly, I feel as though a woman should be comfortable to express her sexuality. However, you have to think about what society, not everybody with society is thinking the same thing. Like, you know, just because, you know, you want to go, you know, suck a dildo, don't mean that the rest of society will be like, you know what, girl?
In public.
Like, this made me change my view.
Yeah.
You can't be sexual.
So Amber could be turning some people off of the movement? Is that the thing?
You know, because with everything, it takes time. You have to warm people up to things. You can't just be like,
Can we go to the tweets? Can we please go to the tweets?
Yeah, let's go to the
tweets.
tweets.
To suck a dildo or something.
Dildo sucking contest. Who will win?
Oh my God.
First we got Amber on Instagram. Obviously, you can go ahead and read what it says on her
Wife
side.
or slut, we're more fun. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as a red-blooded American brother, you know, sluts are more fun, but I ain't trying to wife her. I'm sorry.
Hey. She deserves a husband, you know?
Yeah.
But not when you got that many miles on it.
You know what? I think that people.
Why is that? Because
I think
guys
people
will sleep
construe
with just as
because
many
I think
people.
people construe slut when you think of slut and you think of why. Like, I think people think that sluts are people who don't really have any morals as far as like if they were in a relationship because they're sleeping with this many people. You automatically assume that in a relationship they probably won't be loyal to you because they have so many other partners. They're probably not going to do this, that, and the third. But like, who knows? Like, Amber Rose has, you know, been in some relationships.
She has.
Kim Kardashian. I'm not trying to say she's a slut, but we
Some
know,
of my favorite
know
women
her
are sluts.
We all know her sexual history. You know, like I don't know if a slut can be a good wife, but a lot of people just have a negative connotation. It's like slut comes with a negative connotation.
What about if there's like undercover hoes? Like you don't know how many, but like they still go on and become, you know, good wives. You don't know.
A queen in the streets, but a freak and a slut in the bed, you know. Keep it personal.
But like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't know if I would be open about like.
See, that's like she's so open about it. I mean, it's
She
cool to be
is.
open about her sexuality, but that's her thing.
But that's like that's
just
kind of part
different.
of feminism.
And it's- yeah,
a
it
little
is.
bit. You
But
know,
it's
that's
just-
one
yeah.
little aspect of it. Okay, let's look at this one.
Pussy is powerful.
Yeah. So this is from Yasha, who is, if I remember correctly, I didn't write it down. She is the editorial director of Essence. I believe she had a really great like thread on this on Twitter. And here are some pictures for those of you guys that are listening of people that are at the slut walk, and they're pretty much holding up their signs. One says Jesus died for strippers too. Another one says pussy is powerful. The other one says do what makes your pussy happy. I mean.
I'm all about that. Honestly, I'm about it because at the end of the day, like, why do I care who you sleeping with?
Exactly.
I really don't.
care. I don't care. You do you, boo.
It ain't me. I'm not.
All right, let's get to this week's viral moment. Raylene, this is all yours.
Okay, so you know, Zaddy Drake is in town, California, Los Angeles, California. Zaddy Drake is here, and he kicked off the Scorpion tour at the Staples Center on Friday, and he opened it with a bang because he brought out my other Zaddy. Chris Brown. So both of the fine zaddies was in the building. This is big because for the longest time, everybody has been like, oh my God, Chris Brown and Drake have this beef. It's been going on for a minute. Like, anybody who's like a fan of music, you know, you love Drake, you love Chris Brown, and you want there to be a potential collab because they collab with almost everybody and they're so talented. So Drake finally squashed the beef, y'all, and brought out Chris Brown. Take a look.
And everybody was loving it. So
Everybody
it was viral.
loved it.
Take a look.
I'd like to share the stage with this man in LA. I hope you motherfucking enjoy it. Let's go. That's right.
Raylene is going at it. She's living her best life.
I'm at the concert. I am just so like, I'm here for it, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, this is so big. Drake is it. He's the MVP of the year. 2018 goes to Drake. He squashed his beef with Meek Mill.
Yeah. He pretty much is letting the whole Pusha T thing go. He's just like,
That's what happens when you take the high road.
Yeah,
you know,
sometimes
and
you
that's
just
what,
got to.
and that's what should show everybody like a lesson. Like, you can try to go play dirty, but you play dirty and it's dirty for you. Because I'm sorry, Pusha T, I haven't heard nothing their song on the radio.
Yeah, Pusha T may have won the battle, but Drake won the war. He's playing chess.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a marathon, sis.
It sure is.
He passed out.
is
He tapped
life.
out too quick. It's over. It's over, Pusha T.
And it is over for us. That'll wrap up this edition of Black Twitter. Where can the good people find y'all?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Raylin Taryn.
Hey everybody, Boy LG. You can find me on Twitter at Jamaica House Doc and also IG, Alg_Jamaica House Film. I'm single lady, slide in the DMs. Hers and mine.
Oh, yeah, man.
Ladies to me.
What's up?
Oh, Lord. Y'all are just putting it out
Like,
there.
in the
Put
word
it
of
out in
Tiffany
the
Haddish,
universe.
she ready. Okay.
Oh, goodness. I'm Alina Vision. You guys can find me on all social media at Alina Vision. Let us know what you think of the show. You know, like us. Rate us on Apple iTunes podcasts, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and give us those comments. All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Yeah.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.